Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this particular session. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And welcome to this live session. And I would like to appreciate everyone for attending this particular session. My name is Sushil Loya, and I lead the supply chain practice in Tech Mahindra, BPS. Very excited to moderate this particular session. And today we have with us the industry veterans as panelist, Mr. Ashok Kartham, Chief Product Officer of Synchron, and Bharat Vasudevan, Chief Capability Officer at Tech Mahindra BPS. So we all know that warranty is not new to us. Warranty operations is a priority for every procurement organization, every supply chain organization catering to manufacturing or discrete manufacturing. And warranty management services, which is something which is growing at the CAGR of more than 14%. And this has attributed to become a major priority of every CXO of the organization, because it is not only has become the key factor for improving the customer satisfaction, but also improving the bottom line and top line. So now I would like to ask, and maybe I think this is something not a question, but a very important aspect which we need to actually consider when we talk about warranty. So, Ashok, warranty cost has always been considered as somewhere needless expense in the past. And by time this perception has changed, as some of the organizations have started looking it with a different lens to making it more as a revenue and margin generating machine. So, what is your point of view? Would you like to throw some light that why this priority has changed by time, and how this has become a key factor and for every CXO in the given space?
Sure. So, Shail, as you said, initially most manufacturers looked at warranty as a cost center focused on, let's say, claim processing or a claim handling. Right? Then manufacturers realized warranty data can be used to improve quality of products as well as the suppliers. And then if we look at the warranty industry, actually Warranty Week reported manufacturers actually have sold close to $50 billion or more of service contracts every year, right? So there is a growth in the revenue from the service or extended warranty contracts, and that's even at less than 15% attach rate. There is a huge potential for revenue using the service contracts that manufacturers can use to generate, again, predictable revenues. And then if we look at the future, just like software went to software as a service, or Tech Mahindra offers business process as a service, manufacturers are looking at equipment or product as a service model. Right? In the future, all the revenue will could come from a subscription model, and it has been done by aircraft engine manufacturers some time ago, but that's something all manufacturers are pursuing. So when that model is adopted with the product as a service, all the revenue could come from the subscription agreements. Again, the warranty processes that are in place, either to handle the repairs, now will be handled not only during a standard manufacturer warranty period, but throughout the use of the product by the customers. And the revenue would be 100% of revenue from these services versus like a small percentage, like 15% from the services to do it. So both from how warranty data can be used to improve quality and reduce costs, generate revenue from currently from service contracts and maintenance contracts, and the future from subscription agreements, will make manufacturers to look at warranty as a profit center going forward.
I completely agree with you. I think the vision of the organization has changed, and now every manufacturing organization is giving more importance to the aftermarket side of the business, and warranty plays a very important role in this. So now I think I would like to touch upon more on the services side, that warranty management process is viewed manual, which is very manually, very admin in nature, very administrative, and that requires a lot of manual intervention. So, but how? So, Bharat, what is your point of view that overall, why every warranty organization is looking for optimizing the warranty process? Because considering there is a huge impact on not only on the cost, but also on the customer satisfaction. So, what is your view and what is the perspective you carry, Bharat?
Thank you, Sushil, and pleasure to be here on this panel today. And Ashok, pleasure to be with you on this panel. So, actually, Sushil, let me answer that question with a data point. Okay, and this is interesting. There was a recent survey of a statistically relevant sample of the top 500 OEMs, and when the executives in the aftermarket side of their business were asked for their top four reasons to improve their warranty management, or rather, what are the top four challenges they're faced with in warranty management, 38% actually said we'd like to look at how we can leverage warranty specifically and aftermarket processes in general to improve our customer satisfaction. And 21% said, how can we leverage this to increase revenue? I mean, Ashok made the point about the fact that there's almost $50 billion worth of service contracts, and this is at an attach rate that can be significantly improved, right? So to me, this one data point actually answers your question. 38 plus 21, 59% of top aftermarket executives across a relevant sample of Fortune 500 companies saying that their objective is either to improve customer satisfaction or increase revenue. Okay, so to me, when it comes to the process side of things and being able to support the client's aftermarket processes, just this one data point is enough to demonstrate how critical and relevant warranty is in driving businesses forward today, and not just from a plain process management or cost standpoint.
No, I will not. I will definitely. I think I completely agree with you, Bharat, and I think the stats itself resonate with your point of view. And I think the industry has completely transformed, and their outlook has completely changed. And now every organization is trying to merge, trying to build the synergy across process and system, and that I think we will talk about. So now I think I would like to touch upon that data is always very important, and that is the most critical aspect of every organization, not only in the aftermarket, but in the supply chain or in any other space of the business. And since supply chain has always been now considered as a cost center, and as Ashok you also mentioned, and somewhere I think warranty management is a part of the supply chain itself. So, but then if the data is unreliable, and if the programs are standalone in nature, which are not integrated across the value stream of the aftermarket side, how analytics can solve the larger problem and help in improving time to value. Maybe Ashok, you would like to share your point of view and give us some more insight.
No. Yes, Rachel, the data plays a very critical role in improving warranty or a customer experience, as we talked about. It's the quality of the data that's captured, either it's during the product registration, during the claim process, supplier recovery, parts return. All of those play a role in analyzing and identifying emerging issues, as well as using the data to target customers for additional service contracts or future products and things like that. And then generally with the companies, a lot of these systems in the past have lived in silos. The data was not connected, as well as I said, because the way the claims data is handled as an after process, not directly connected to the repair orders and things like that, made it not as reliable. So I think that resulted in a number of metrics that you can look at that were like very poor. One of the metrics that customers look at is what we call detection to correction cycle time. Let's say if there is an issue that's happening in the field with the products, how long does it take for a manufacturers to identify there is an emerging issue, be able to work through their engineering or manufacturing process and correct it? And that has a significant impact on the cost. Not only paying for the current warranty cost, it may result in a much higher cost recalls that may affect a large number of products to do it. I think the integrating and connecting this data for quality analytics, as well as how the visibility is provided to various stakeholders, will help reduce this detection to correction cycle time, right? Which will improve the quality of products, improve customer satisfaction, reduce the cost of recalls. So there are a number of benefits there. And then also as more and more products get connected through IoT or telematics, that's another thing that makes even data more connected. Sometimes being able to get the either is error codes, even the state of the different ECUs and things like that on the product will help uh, augment the data that's being collected on the warranty claim, and it's more accurate because it's directly coming from the product. So there are a number of things that manufacturers can do to connect and improve the current data, as well as leverage this connected product data in the future.
Thanks a lot, and I think I completely agree that yes, I think, and but yeah, Ashok, and maybe I would like to add that analytics, as you mentioned, that analytics has an important role, but nowadays it's all about talking more from that predictive and prescriptive analytics, and advanced
Mm-hmm.
predictive analytics can play a very important role because
Mm-hmm.
there are certain scenarios which are not predictable in nature, and if there are some disruptions are happening, especially in the field, and
Mm-hmm.
so if certain things which are not like what we come across, that COVID situation, so that
Mm-hmm.
itself was so unpredictable in nature, so unprecedented in nature, and that
Mm-hmm.
impacted severely the downstream part of the supply chain severely. So I think analytics, I think it is like a soul for of the organization, and which can drive or which can create, even if it is not implemented, then it can break the situation to some extent.
Absolutely.
I think I would. There's a very interesting question has come from one of the audience, and I would like to ask, direct it to Ashok. How does technology platform contribute towards automation in the aftermarket area?
Sure. Yeah, that's
So
I
what
think a
is?
very simple and direct question.
Yeah. I
Obviously,
know that.
technology and software can help automate and streamline a lot of process in the warranty, right? As we talked about, from the if we consider it as a warranty life cycle, for example, for our software platform, from product registrations to claim processing, parts return, supply recovery, and as we were talking about the analytics, all of those can benefit from the automation and the technology platform, right? We can make the data visible in real time. We Today, like again, in the past, I think this is improving recently. Manufacturers still spend like a manually review about 80+% of the claims, right? Which can be automated using like a business rules, now even using a little bit more better intelligent claim validations using AIML that will improve the claim process, and while improving the accuracy of the data as well as enforcing a lot of the claim policies and entitlements to do it. Do that. Same thing with if you take supply recovery, which is a huge area for improvement for manufacturers. I think automating that area will help again provide a faster visibility to the suppliers, as well as share the data, more accurate data with the supplier, so supplier can focus on improving their components. Most manufacturers have 60 to 70% of their product content or parts come from suppliers. So automating that supplier recovery process using a technology platform will significantly improve too. So that way, Sushil, we can take any of the areas in the warranty or even aftermarket. The way we look at it is, to improve warranty, sometimes you need to go upstream. How you improve the service process, how customer accesses, things like that. I know we will talk about that more. All of that can be improved with a overall like an aftermarket or a service platform beyond the warranty.
No, I completely agree with you, and I think, and more on that, automation can have a major play in the tactical side of the warranty operation, especially on that claim processing side. And there are certain other areas what you mentioned about that, how cognitive AI ML solution can be integrated with automation to bring the larger transformation in the warranty operations, and that can be stitched to the aftermarket itself, because that is what is required. Now, I think we all know, Bharat, that BPAS is a buzzword. So, and BPAS has created some level of disruption, or I would say a transformation in the supply chain itself. But what is your view? Are we ready to embrace this model in the warranty management space?
See, great question, Sushil. And I think that, even before answering that question, if you actually look at the evolution of BPO services in warranty management was always built for BPAS, right? So let's take a second to calibrate on BPAS, right? What is BPAS? BPAS at the end of the day is essentially business process services offered on a variabilized technology platform / cloud, right? On an outcome oriented model where you're not measured by input metrics, but by the outcome that you deliver to the process, right? Now, if you look at warranty, right from the days when clients actually started to look at opportunities for service providers to support them, the core metric was never about input, right? While obviously there was one objective to look at how to optimize claims processing, right, which is where traditionally it started. If you actually look at it, the objective was always to look at total warranty cost, right? What can I do in terms of reducing total warranty cost? What can I do in terms of reducing warranty cost per product or warranty incident per product, right? Again, coming back to Ashok's point, what can I do in terms of enhancing revenue from extended warranty sales and service contracts? So almost every metric that we've looked to address has been an outcome metric. Clients have measured us by outcome, not by input. There's never been a question on number of people who are supporting claims processing, right? It's always been how has that impacted any of these outcome metrics. So given that, that was always the orientation for warranty, I think that warranty management inherently has always been a BPAS offering, right? So, to me, the question of whether BPAS becomes is relevant for warranty in some sense is redundant, because warranty management, any strong service provider who provides business process services for warranty is automatically a BPAS service provider.
No, I think very well articulated, and I completely echo with you, Bharat. And this is, I think, the OPEX model is the actually the biggest advantage that we as a SI can carry to our clients. And somewhere I think, since this is a reusable model, modular in nature, and ultimately everything is directed the object towards the outcome, and that actually translates creates a differentiator for this particular model. And I think this completely resonate with what you just articulated in last 3 4 minutes. So now I would like to ask Bharat, there's a one question from audience: how Tech Mahindra is unique compared to other competitors with respect to warranty management as a service, because this is more of a continuation to what you just mentioned, what we were talking about, warranty management as a service solution in the BPAS. So how, what differentiator Tech Mahindra carry over its competitor in this space? Bharat, maybe would you like to throw some light?
Um, yes, I can. And simplistically put, Sushil, our approach to warranty is completely platform based. Okay, which means all the solutions that we bring to market are solutions where there is a tech platform on top of which we build a process solution. Right. Very rarely do we undertake assignments or look at opportunities where it is a pure, uh, you know, single metric focused claims processing, claims reduction type of opportunities, because we believe that our value comes in the BPAS play. So, if I look at the cross section of clients that we have today, I cannot recall a single client where there is only a cost takeout objective with which we approach the project, right? Second, to Ashok's point, and I think he elaborated on this very nicely at the start of the call. I think we are now looking increasingly to what beyond automation, right? Automation, to what you had articulated, Ashok, is now becoming fairly hygiene in what we do. But what can we do in terms of gaining insights on customer requirements, right? Because today, one of the powerful, uh, opportunities that a good, strong aftermarket organization presents is the ability to feed information on customers' product experiences back into the entire loop, not just into the aftermarket, but all the way up to product development, right? So a lot of what we are trying to do is really focusing on how can we harness those insights, capture it in the first place, harness those insights, and then leverage those insights to be able to feed it back into the larger client organization and help them with building better products and selling these products better, right? And this is again where you know partners like Synchron and some of the things you guys do, Ashok, is really relevant to players like Tech Mahindra as well. So that
Mhm.
again is something that we believe differentiates us from other players who are looking at warranty management purely as a support service.
Thanks, Bharat. So Ashok, we have seen that is your solution, which is so agile in nature, and which has end-to-end suite, end-to-end capability, and from the warranty management services perspective. So I would like to hear from you your perspective that implementing of warranty management platform solution, it can definitely can save cost, maybe not
Mhm.
at a short term perspective but from the long term,
Mhm.
but it can also improve customer satisfaction.
Yes.
Does it hold true, or what is something, what else is required, and which is some of one of the key criteria of success for implementing the warranty management platform solution?
Sure. As you said, Sushil, implementing a warranty solution, especially that connects end-to-end warranty process, will have a lot of benefits. One, streamlines and automate process, which we talked about, help improve the quality of the products. But more importantly, I think can improve the customer satisfaction and experience. I think it has a direct connection that customers need to do. In the past, as most of the manufacturers, if we go to their website or for support, may say either contact the local dealer and maybe provide a dealer locator, right? But in the new digital transformation, customers are expecting a full digital experience with the brand to do this. From the time they realize, like say, their product is not operational or not functioning as expected, they would like the whole process and the experience to be a lot better. That's the expectation from the consumer side as we grow. And so if we look at the warranty, it's the same way. How a warranty a request is made by the customer, how it is scheduled, right? And then how the experience is with a dealership and all that kind of thing. Those all need to be improved for the brands to keep their promise of either it's the brand equity as well as the promise they're making on the warranty side. Right? And also to improve the customer experience, you need to enable the service providers that are providing the warranty experience. Again, we think a lot of decisions that are made at a service center or a dealer in the diagnosis, in the identifying the repair process, having the right parts are available, all these go into making sure the product is available and fixed correct time operationally as possible, which again goes directly into customer satisfaction anyway. I think manufacturers need to enable the service providers to properly diagnose with the right knowledge, make sure the right parts are available to perform the repair in optimizing the inventory. Right? So if we take each of these steps in a customer journey that happens during the warranty, I think the manufacturers can improve the customer experience by enabling digitizing the customer experience journey as well as empowering and enabling the service providers to do it. So we think warranty is a lot more than again a claims process versus it needs to be about connected service experience and the service delivery experience.
No, I think it really you have touched upon the larger perspective, that how I think this will give a 360-degree overview, and not only from that services perspective but also solving the larger problem. Now I think there is a very interesting question which has come from one of the audience, that, and this is for you, Ashok.
Mm-hmm.
How do you view or calculate the overall warranty cost? What is the role of part recovery amount, either through supplier or development or deployment, rather, I would say, deployment of technology?
Sure. I think, again, on the overall warranty cost side, I know that's a metric. There are different metrics that you can cover. Obviously, you know the total
Yeah.
money you are paying out in claims. For manufacturers, one of the key metrics that's taken to see if they are, how they are, like when they benchmark to the industry peers, is your warranty cost as compared to the sales. Typically, let's say it varies from industry to industry. It could be anywhere from like a 1 to 2%, right? In some of the standard industries like equipment or automotive to do this. So that could be one metric you can look at to say, if we have these revenues, if you are spending more than 1.5% or something like that, you are spending more. Again, based on the industry, that benchmark could be different. Other key metric too is cost per unit. Like each of the products, if we take the total warranty cost, can you look and how is it compared to the value of the product and things like that? So I look at the overall warranty cost. If you are trying to just at a high level estimate it, it could be linked to the sales as well as this cost per unit to do that. But overall, then we look at the warranty is how much money is being spent on all process, not only in the claims, in the supporting the parts returns, supporting supplier recovery, all the administrative process and systems that are involved to do it. I think customers need to look at a holistic way of total cost involved for that. And then beyond that, there are some intangible costs. Some of the warranty issues will result in recalls or things like that you need to add to it. There is a goodwill claims to keep some customers happy that you are providing. So again, most of the time manufacturers may not look at all these costs. I think it's very important for manufacturers to look at all of these and say, how do we cost to do it? And then as far as the part recovery or a supply recovery, maybe what it meant, we think today most manufacturers are anywhere from 5% to 15% of their claim, their cost, they are able to recover from suppliers. But But assuming, let's say, about 60% of your parts may come from component suppliers, our estimate, for example, as an industry benchmark is up to 40% of the dealer claim cost can be recovered from suppliers, right? Then there is a huge gap between them. It's not about shifting the cost to supplier, but collaborating with the suppliers to say, how do we improve the quality of the components that are going into the product? How do we improve the visibility of this claims data to do it? So I think if that cost is related to it, we do look at from a manufacturer side, you could increase the recovery and they reduce the total warranty spend, but also I think you can reduce the overall warranty cost by collaborating with the suppliers on improving the quality side.
I think I think you have covered all the accomplishments, and I think what I would say, maybe just would like to add, Ashok, that fraudulent claims, fraudulent claims, and filing wrong claims, whether it is a fraudulent claims from the dealers or filing in a wrong way, can be a cost burden to the warranty organization. And I think this is also one of the very important, it has become rather a key metric, which I think every warranty organization is driving, apart from the other areas what you covered, Ashok. And I think I yeah and this is something, this is the most important factor, other than what we discussed on the customer satisfaction. What we have seen, that the cost and customer satisfaction has become a priority for the warranty organization. So we have seen that there has been a promise of connected customer and dealer experience in driving the warranty organization to revisit the legacy systems, legacy process, and service contracts across the value chain. So, Bharat, do you agree that this is how the most of the organizations are taking the step ahead? What is your view on this?
Sorry, can you just repeat the last part of your question, Sushi, if you don't mind?
So, the organizations want to create a connected customer base and the dealer experience across the warranty space, which is a very important part of their organization. So they are evaluating, revisiting their existing legacy systems, and as well as the service contracts and the processes within the organization. So this has become the priority, or something they are looking for some different model which can fit into their larger ecosystem, which will solve their rather immediate problem.
No, I think it's absolutely become a priority. Okay, because at the end of the day, uh, for an effective warranty management system to function, the ability of an organization uh, to manage its entire value chain, right? And by value chain, I mean the OEM, the dealers, the suppliers, and of course the clients themselves, right? I think that becomes extremely crucial, and good organizations are realizing that it's an ecosystem play now. It's no longer individual organizations that play, right? Secondly, what is happening is I was saying this earlier. Uh, how do we capture the right insights about customers product experience? I think that has become crucial, and again, that cannot be achieved without a connected view across the ecosystem. So again, having a connected view on the customer becomes crucial. And thirdly, and most importantly, whether you look at warranty management from a managing the policies, terms, and campaigns perspective, or you look at the actual process from registration to claims processing to parts returns to supplier recovery, or you look at insights, right? I think the interlinkages between these buckets are stronger than ever before, right? And therefore, again, there is a whole concept of having a connected view of the warranty world. So I think a connected view of warranty today is becoming an imperative. I don't think it is a choice anymore. I think organizations are realizing that they'll have to shape up to this mandate or get shipped out, right? No pun intended when I said shipped out. I mean, look, having a connected view is more crucial than ever before, right? Also, what is happening is the number of channels through which customers are reaching out for claims, reaching out for aftermarket services. I think omni-channel is the name of the game today, right? And the customer's ability to reach you through any channel is becoming all pervasive, right? And once again, therefore, clients need to be in control of requirements, information, data, everything that is flowing through all these channels. And they should be able to synthesize information from all these channels and be able to disseminate services back through these channels, right? So I think the omni-channel nature of today's aftermarket ecosystem is also posing a huge challenge on organizations to get more and more connected.
Yes, and because this is actually required, because Bharat, that the connected warranty management services, which is a part of the aftermarket side of the business, will give not only help you to get a 360-degree overview, but also help you in omni-channel support and expansion, and which is a key priority of every organization in this space. Now, Bharat, I think it is I would just maybe, I think this is more tactical, but then this is something very close to my heart, this particular area, and because this is one of the area where every client look forward for some level of addressing the problem, and which is so tactical, but it is so time consuming also, and that can severely impact the customer satisfaction. So, which is claim handling. And we have seen that if the claim processing, claim handling is not done satisfactorily, so sometimes client may have to pay a very heavy price of inefficiency in their ecosystem, and that ultimately drive and impact the customer satisfaction. So Bharat, again, we have touched upon, maybe you would like to throw some light and share some more points on why claim handling is so important in the warranty space.
See, philosophically put, we can all talk about the best concepts, the best processes, and the best approaches on the planet. But ultimately, when the rubber hits the road, what you actually do in the core process is really what you'll get known for, right? So when it comes to aftermarket at the 10,000 feet level, warranty at the 1,000 feet level, the core of warranty is really claims handling, right? And therefore, if you don't get that core right, then all the layers you build around it are going to fall apart, right? Now, I think there are various dimensions to claim handling, right? Purely from from a cost angle, I think today there is a tremendous opportunity for us to automate several parts of claim handling, right? And therefore, if automation is done on the rightly designed process, then you're looking at an impact of at least 15 to 20% in terms of just being able to drive out manual labor in these processes. And I think Ashok also touched upon this when he spoke about opportunities in automation. So that's sort of the low-hanging fruit. I think the other challenge in a good claim handling process, of course, is how do you reduce claim handling lead time? Again, for some of our clients that we are servicing today, we have managed to drive claim handling lead times down by as high as 30 to 40%. A lot of this, again, depends on designing the right kind of process. There are tools available today where you can mine these processes, identify areas of inefficiency, areas that are redundant in your claims handling process, right? And address these challenges, right? So I think that's the second angle. A lot of claim handling processes today continue to suffer from significant backlogs, right? And therefore, how do you sort of design the right uh, leverages for you to be able to reduce backlog significantly. And again, for a well-designed process, we've seen instances where we've managed to reduce backlog by as high as 70-80%, right? Which means clear backlog to that extent, right? And ultimately, one also has to look at what can we do in terms of being able to improve, the warranty recovery processes, right? And all of this, I think, will have a direct impact on overall customer satisfaction. So these are some dimensions to claim handling, which I think uh, you know organizations need to address. And there are tools, technologies, and processes available today for us to be able to address this.
No, I think you have hit the nail. And Bharat, now I think maybe one question I would like to direct to Ashok on this, as you mentioned about technology, Bharat. So, what would be the technology play to solve this problem? Because I think claim adjudication has a auto claim processing is a key priority. But now I would like to, rather than sharing my view, I would like to hear from you, Ashok, that what would be the technology play in avoiding these manual claim processing, but
Mhm.
still there is some level of manual reliability is there. And this is the question which has come from the audience, Ashok.
Sure, sure. Yeah, even the audience was saying there may be 40% of unnecessary claims and things like that. How do you prevent it using a technology platform? That's a very important aspect of it. Again, when we look at the claim, Sushil, first thing is whether that repair is covered under warranty or not. I know people may use it as a warranty coverage or entitlement. Systems can help in tracking these warranty entitlement and enforcing the warranty coverages. Even though it looks simple, still most manufacturers don't have the proper registration, warranty entitlement tracking, and then automating the warranty policy verification, those kind of things. So even upfront, being able to say when the service is starting, what is covered under warranty, not covered under warranty, even prevent like a warranty claim being submitted when it is out of warranty, I think goes a long way. That's one step. I think the systems can help a lot in tracking these warranty, tracking and enforcing the warranty coverages and the policies to do it. Number two is the quality of the claims data. Again, because a lot of customers may have like a repair orders done in another system, and then warranty administrators or the others are typing back into a warranty claim system. There could be manual errors, or again, as we talked about, there could be an additional or excess charges and things like that. I think the in the claim process, being able to leverage the business rules as well as intelligent validations as the growing like a AML usage and things like that can ensure, first of all, the claim is covered. We could even provide a risk scoring on a claim, on what is there, enforce either it's the labor time, which parts are covered under this particular warranty, and whether the same right parts are being used and things like that. All of those, we think the technology can help a lot with the companies. When somebody is manually reviewing, it's very difficult when you have like hundreds of thousands of parts. There are so many components and labor operations. As products become even more complex, it's almost impossible for manually to enforce all of it. I think the systems can do a lot better job of this claim validation and streamlining, and also a lot of claim decisions. We think even close to like 80-85% of the claims can be automated using the technology. So the resources, including, I mean, even when the business process is outsourced or even from a manufacturer perspective, can focus on that smaller set of claims, can focus on dealer training and other activities that add value than doing these basic claim checks and things like that. And also, like as we said, after that is done, again there are a lot of downstream process. When do you want a part returned back? How do you go after the supplier recovery? All of these are, again, I won't go into details since we covered. So we think the technology can play very important role in automating and streamlining, improving the quality of the data, reducing fraud or excess charges in the warranty side, and enabling manufacturers as well as the process outsourcing providers to focus on value added activities.
In
Very
fact,
well explained.
In
Yeah,
fact,
sorry,
Sushil, if
Bharat.
I could just take a minute, and I think Ashok captured it nicely, but I'm just reminded of one of our clients, a Japanese client which manufactures mini excavators. Uh, the company was expanding, dealer network was expanding by the day, and obviously with more and more dealers coming in, the disparate systems that the client was handling, obviously the quantum of unnecessary claims was going up, not because these claims were deliberate, but just because the kind of information that was necessary to prevent these unnecessary claims was missing, just given the disparate nature of the systems. And we did a fair amount of work in creating a single global system for this client, right? Where we could pull information from multiple disparate systems, put it in a central location, create the right data structure methodologies for us to be able to go access this information, and that in turn significantly reduced the quantum of unnecessary claims. So I think just being able to create access to the right kind of information, uh, especially across your dealer ecosystem and your customer ecosystem, I think that can go a long way in reducing unnecessary claims as well.
No, I agree. I think information sharing is most important part, and that is why I think that data and information are so critical aspect, and that is where most of the organizations suffer. Now, I think I'll just move to another question, and I think this is something briefly I captured, that how most of us have been impacted by the COVID situation, and there has been a very interesting question which has come from one of the audience, and this is for all of us. What is your view of warranty being viewed in pre and post COVID scenario? Has there been a change or flexibility in adoption of technology as well as services post COVID in any specific industry areas? So I think anyone can start. Maybe I will also share my views, but then I think, yeah.
So let me go first on that, Sushil. It's a topic sort of, it's close to a lot of our hearts, but
Yeah.
certainly close to mine, right? And I'll give you some uh, hard points and also a softer aspect to this post COVID, right? I think pre-COVID, we all know what it was, but now that in most conversations, the new normal conversations have become the norm. So we'll keep with that spirit, right? I think like I was saying earlier, uh, the necessity for the entire warranty ecosystem, the customers, the OEMs, the dealers, the suppliers working together, has shot up astronomically in the new normal, right? I the need for the ecosystem to come together has shot up. That's point number one. Uh, Point number two is just being able to service the claims, right? The way supply chains have now, changed, if not collapsed in some areas, but certainly changed globally. I think organizations' abilities to service claims quickly and effectively has come under the radar, right? And has come under sharp focus, just given logistical challenges, supply chain challenges. So being able to deal with servicing of claims has been a huge challenge, and technology has definitely aided in mitigating that challenge. So to me, these are two hard impacts of the post-COVID era. The softer impact of the post-COVID era, and we've seen this in our personal lives also. I think uh, customer tolerance levels uh, to defective products or defective services has gone down phenomenally, right? I think people have, whatever be the reasons, today the need for getting issues resolved then and there and immediately, and lack of patience to actually wait for issues to get resolved has just gone up, right? And therefore, that has put a huge demand on aftermarket value chains to service clients, right? And the cost of not being able to service that has shot up, right? Which means switching costs or churn with customers, all that has gone to a much larger extent post the pandemic than before. So that's the sort of softer impact that organizations are having to deal with in the post-COVID era.
Thank you, Bharat. Ashok, anything, any point or
Sure.
points from your side?
Yeah, there is no doubt, Sushil, during the COVID period and because of the effects of that, we all know the whole digitization or a digital transformation has accelerated. I think within the 2 year period, probably the companies and we as customers and consumers too have probably adopted technologies that's 10 to 50, it would have taken 10 to 15 years to do it, but that has impact on warranty and service process too. First thing is, we all know even during these disruptions, our customers expect a continuous service, right? Without disruption, without breakage to do it. And actually, a lot of our customers said too, having even as simple as leveraging the cloud technologies, moving these systems, and having an integrated process, all of that help them to be able to continue to serve those customers well. Two, I will give you one example. I know we all now used to, like we are doing here too, virtual and the remote usage and the video and things like that. I mean, as simple as in either is warranty and service process. For example, we had a model of even on a transaction, you can initiate a video transaction where either a customer or even a field service technician and others share the data from video or stream from the field to help them to do it. Now that has become an expected thing because we do that in a day-to-day life. That helped actually in the warranty, for example, you could do remote parts inspection. You can do pre-approvals based on certain data that maybe a call center or other person is capturing. So being able to leverage technologies like that, where now you have a video stream, remote video stream, or a remote presence, or even AR, VR technologies to help make better decisions during the warranty or the service period to do it. And then Bharat touched upon this too. Now the expectation of these connected services, not just about even a connected products, which is definitely adopted more, is connected stakeholders, connected process and data. The expectations and the way to deliver that has improved during this period. Again, during the warranty, we think either it's connected warranty or connected service has become the norm, and I think post COVID too, I think customers expect the time to value the time when these either warranty issues are resolved, the claims are paid, all of this. I think the expectation have raised a lot, right? On how quickly can you resolve it. So we think definitely what happened during the COVID and with the technology has, I think, will lead to better improvements in all aspects of warranty, service, and customer experience.
No, I think, and I think well summarized, Bharat and Ashok, and I think the ultimate objective is how to make the warranty process more resilient and risk free. Because post COVID, every organization want to make their de-risk their supply chain, de-risk their aftermarket services, and make it more sustainable in nature. So I think this is what is the priority, and I think well covered. I think you have covered all the points. Now, I think I'm just asking a very global question, and that is something which is very idealistic in nature, and that's which I think that is possible. But then, rather than sharing my views, I would like to hear from you guys that what is the vision for building the globalized standard best warranty process and operations to create a nirvana for the manufacturing organization in future. Bharat?
Maybe.
Yeah, sure, please. Yeah,
No. Go ahead, Bharat. Yeah.
No, look, I'll probably, since we are on top of the hour, I'll end with where we began, right? If 59% of top aftermarket executives are saying my warranty management process should enable improvement in customer satisfaction and drive revenue up, right? Now, the more we are able to establish the direct link between a strong warranty management process with these two metrics, I think the closer we are to nirvana. right? And Nirvana in this case can often be a subjective metric. But I think if organizations are able to track their warranty management processes to how it impacts these two metrics, and they're able to see progress in these two metrics, I think we're closer to that idyllic state as far as our warranty processes are concerned.
So again, Sushil, to be brief, as we started, like maybe Bharat, I'll do the same. I think warranty, service contract, and subscription agreements becoming a profit center and as a source of predictable recurring revenue streams for manufacturers could be one of that ideal scenario. And then second aspect is how technology can enable to automate some of the standard process and streamline them, and then help manufacturers to focus on improving customer service experience, improving the quality of the products, right? And then reduce the cycle time between detection to correction, payment, submission to do it. I think, again, manufacturers being able to leverage the technology to automate while improving the customer service experience, to improve the customer loyalty, retention, and the lifetime revenue from that customer is what we think we are heading. And then hopefully that's the, again, a goal that need to be continuously pursued and improved.
No, I think, this is what is the priority, and this is what is the ask for every industry which is, I would not say it as suffering, but they have not been able to control the warranty cost, or maybe able to effectively manage their aftermarket side of the business, because they have not been able to connect some of the dots. They have not been able to connect the people, process, and technology, which will not only drive the efficiency but make it more cost competitive in nature. Because ultimately we have seen that warranty operations or warranty cost is no more considered as a liability, or no more considered as a needless expenses, but rather it is an opportunity. It can become a differentiator for every client to increase their revenues and margin, which will severely benefit them in the long term by improving their bottom line, top line. So thanks for summarizing it. And I would rather, my last statement for the day is that warranty services should not only be considered as a support operations for the supply chain or for the larger organization, but rather it should be considered as a cost center for every organization, to not only improve, which will not only drive the efficiency and improve the cost, but also improve the customer satisfaction. And maybe I think this is something can be considered, can be taken as a benchmark for, again, implementing it in some other areas. Some of the best practices can be implemented in other areas. So now I would like to thank you all, the panelists as well as the participants, for attending this session and proactively taking the initiative of providing some good insights on in this particular space, and having this such a power packed session, and looking forward to come back to the audience with some other and more interesting power packed sessions in future. Thank you.
Thank you very
Sushil.
much. Great to be on the panel with you, Bharat and Sushil.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.